internet is cursed. Fuck. This has actually been the first time that I'm doing stand-up in like a year. Thanks. So that's my time. So anyway, my husband and I just decided the other day that we're going to move to California next year at some point, which I'm really excited about because that's actually where I'm from. I lived there. I was born there, and then I moved from there when I was like 5. But I feel such like a connection to it that I always tell people that I was there like way longer. Like, yeah, I lived there until I was like 10. So definitely firmly Californian. I always resented that my parents moved from California to Cincinnati because like that's totally fucking lame. And like California's cool, man. You know, like it's cool to be there. It's cool to be from there. There's this Katy Perry song that's like, California girls, they are incredible. And like that line, I'm like, yeah, totally. This song is about me. And then like the next line is, Daisy Dukes bikinis on top. And I'm like, oh, this song is not about me. only those California girls are. Guys, I try to be a nice person to people on the street, especially because I'm, I guess, really from Cincinnati, where people are nice to each other on the sidewalk. So whenever I see somebody, I try to give them like a nod of, I see you. But the face I really hate that I find myself making all the time is like the I see you and I'm not happy about it, but I'm trying to fake it. And every time I make it, I'm like, oh god, fuck, get that off. There's no way to fake being happy about seeing somebody there. I saw a homeless man on the way here with a suitcase, and I thought, man, that guy's vacation is really bummed out. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tony and Tina's Wedding, but okay, it's a play that I did. And it's like an improvised play. So basically what it is I played a bridesmaid. I was a pregnant bridesmaid. And then there's a groom and groomsmen and a bride and the family, and we all act out a wedding, and the people that are watching the show are guests of the wedding. They sit at tables, they eat the pasta dinner and the salad, and they dance and all this stuff. Long story short. Girls, if you're worried about being less attractive to men when you're pregnant, you are not. Because there are so many freaks that during the dance portion where you could dance with audience members that were like totally super handsy with my character. In fact, there was one guy who, like, when we were dancing, he whispered into my ear, he was like, girl, I got a dick like a baby's arm. I was like, ugh. I gotta see this. So we went to a far part of the stage where it was dark and a darkened corner. And he took down his pants. Not only was his dick like a baby's arm, it actually had a baby's hand. And it was like all covered in Cheerios. It was like baby Einstein sign language. Yeah, no good. Let's see. I tend to think of myself as a kind of introverted person. Like it takes me a long time to kind of like psych myself up to go to parties. Or to people's houses, or to do stand-up comedy. And I'm like, okay, just go in there. These people are cool. They're nice people. Just go in there. It's going to be cool. If you don't like them, you can leave in an hour. I always give myself an hour time frame. I'm like, be there for an hour. An hour is good enough, and then you can leave. You're only in this for an hour. Okay, I'm at 48 minutes. So lately I've been kind of thinking like, if my thing is like I so don't want to be around people that I can only afford them an hour, like maybe I'm not just introverted, maybe I'm just a snob. You gotta think critically about yourself. I'd like to tell you a little story about, I was at the thrift store the other day, and it was really super dusty in there, and it's like allergy time, so I was sneezing a lot. So I'm in this thrift store, and I'm just like sneezing and coughing, and the snot is running out of my nose, and I get really self-conscious because I'm like, God, I don't want these people to think that I'm sick, you know what I mean? I'm like sneezing all over the clothes and just being gross, you know, because I wouldn't do that. I just have allergies. So there's a woman behind me, and I turned to her, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I just have allergies, you know, I'm not sick. I was like, this store is really dusty. And she was like, well then, why don't you shop somewhere else? Anyway, that is my time. Thank you very much.